What's up, everybody, and welcome to Assemble XP. I'm one of your hosts, Matt, and joining me as always is this funny-looking guy, the Dark Knight of Xbox himself, Court. What's going on, you big old Batman guy? I'm sure you watched the Flash trailer a bunch, 1989 Batman. We can't talk about it because it's going to distract us. But how are you?
I'm fine. Day? You won't. Every episode you've tried to sneak it in. Yeah.
Yeah, just to mess with you. We have some exciting news today. Quick episode, but let's talk about Splinter Cell. That game, that franchise, I'm a big fan of Splinter Cell. I think you are too, based off of how much you were just tagging this in my face all morning. Yep. But there are rumors out there in the ether about a brand new Splinter Cell game. Let's go. This article and this news comes from videogameschronicles.com. Link to the article in the description below. If you guys are here for the first time, Assemble XP's Xbox podcast. Every single day, gaming news, all Xbox things relating to the consoles, the games, the news, all the stuff we love. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, get all the updates from everything we're doing. Help us achieve our goal of 500 subscribers today. Let's get into it. A decade later, Ubisoft has finally greenlit a new Splinter Cell game. Let's go. The sources claim. I'm too excited for this. This comes from the article. That's according to the development sources who told us that the title has been put into production as a means of winning back fans frustrated by recent efforts to revive the franchise in the mobile and VR spaces, which, yes, to pause there for a second, Court, that has been just annoying.
Yeah, it's been stupid. I'll just straight up call it stupid. Ubisoft has been like, hey, here's a game. And we're like, no one asked for this. Like, what? Like, I understand mobile is huge, but you know what? Mobile is huge in the Candy Crush world. It is not huge in the Ubisoft game world. Come on now, just give what we want.
It's like when Diablo came out with a mobile game, and they're like, we want Diablo again, and they're like, yes, on your phone. It flopped. Anyways, It's not clear which studios, the article says, it's not clear which studios are working on the project, though two people with knowledge of Ubisoft's plans suggested the new Splinter Cell was being led by a studio outside of its traditional Montreal base. The title is in an early phase of production, the sources said, but there's a small chance it could be announced next year. The much-requested sequel will arrive at a time when the company is looking to rebuild its image. Following a wave of discrimination and sexual harassment allegations, the employee groups say that they are not satisfied with the level of action taken by Ubisoft to change its culture. On this point, though, kind of an odd thing to point out, to be like, I know that Ubisoft has had a ton of image issues and a ton going on with harassment, lawsuits, and things. But to say we can fix that by having a Splinter Cell game, like those two things, that's not really the same.
Weird. But they're not saying it. The article's saying it.
The article's saying it, excuse me? Yes. Ubisoft declined to comment when approached ahead of the publication. Splinter Cell is a series of stealth games published under the Tom Clancy label. The game stars is Sam Fisher, the Black Ops agent working on the government division of the Third Echelon. Court, talk to me. What are your thoughts? What do you think we could get? Do you think we would get a reveal of a Splinter Cell game next year? Maybe around E3? And maybe like the logo and the sound?
Yeah, I think we're going to get it actually now at the Game Awards because it's leaked, because everybody knows about it. Game Awards is coming up. They don't have to do much except that and say coming blah, 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 and then give us trailers and stuff in E3.
True.
Because Ubisoft is big at E3, so just give us something at the Game Awards. Now they're like, you know what? It's out. Let's confirm it. We'll keep deny. Let's get some goodwill going into the holiday season. Let's drop just all you got to do. Light it up. Give us the 3 lights and nothing else. They don't need to do anything else. This is not like they're taking the teams off doing anything. That's all they need to do to gain their goodwill. Now, I was super excited about this because I'm a huge Splinter Cell fan. I never understood the hubbub around like the franchise wasn't doing well because the last games, besides the VR and the mobile, were good. So I didn't understand. Every time they gave us Sam Fisher, they threw him in a different game like Ghost Recon, or it was just like, no, we want a game. But people are scaring me saying they're going to do a games of service on this, and I don't see how they can. But hey, stranger things are happening. If it is games of service, I'm not going to be happy. I want a single-player, linear campaign with Sam Fisher. That's what I want.
And because Ubisoft has been doing this with virtually every title now, and I get it, it makes them money. But to gain the goodwill of fans, if that is the goal here, you need to pretty much give them what they want. I would worry too that they go down the path of every Ubisoft title to date, from Riders Republic to Far Cry to just everything else that is just coming out, where it's like, add on this, buy this, microtransactions, anything else. I really hope it is just a linear story, because with the campaign experience that's 20 hours, you can win fans over, and you could do expansion content in there. There's a million things we could talk about and get into about what they could do. I think you're right. Game Awards is a great opportunity, a great stage to just reveal a logo and the lights, and that's it, and just say, coming 2023 or 2024. And the last question I have for you is, because we're all Xbox, do you see this being Xbox Game Pass? Do you think Microsoft would scoop that up? Because it's so heavily associated with Xbox, in my opinion.
It's perfect. It's if Ubisoft has decided to not do games of service with this game and do a linear story, Microsoft would be foolish to not try and have this day and date for Game Pass. But if you're Ubisoft and you're one that people have to put their money where their mouth is, maybe you don't. You say, no, we think the sales are going to be there. But we'll see. My hope is that we're going to have Ubisoft Plus on Game Pass anyways by this time when this game comes out. So,
and there's the chatter about, to wrap things up in just a second, but I know there's all the chatter of like Phil Spencer doing more studio acquisitions.
Yep.
We've talked about this in the past. I think that Ubisoft partnership with Ubisoft Play that's on PC, bringing that to Game Pass like we have with EA Play, I think that is just more of when it's going to happen, not if it's going to happen. So I'm pretty confident that that will happen. And a great way to kick that off, to boost that live, is to say, here's Ubisoft on Game Pass, and we're going to give you Splinter Cell as the big like kick-off title. And here's the Ubisoft back catalog with all of the Splinter Cell titles. And do that.
Oh, Matt, now you got me all excited.
And then you get an upgrade with the Series X. And Ubisoft, even it's a partnership, because Ubi can still turn around and say, yep, if you don't have Ubi Play or whatever on Ubisoft Plus on PC, you can just buy the game, which there'll be a PC market that will just buy the title, and your Sony market will just buy the game.
Exactly. But and you're seeing with Back 4 Blood and all these games that have been on Game Pass, if you look at who's playing what, they're playing the game that's on Game Pass every time. So
that's awesome. But let us know in the comments below, what do you guys think about Splinter Cell? Do you think that this is all true? Do you think that we will get something at the Game Awards? But let us know in the comments below, what do you guys think about Splinter Cell? I'm excited, Court. Now, let's go have the rest of our good day. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you on the next episode.